Welcome back to second chapter. We are in progress of fleeing the glorious, and somewhere in one of these hangars, Joshua has a escape ship ready to go for us. We gotta find it first. They did say that this thing houses like, what, 12 ships or something? The glorious is dauntingly large. Here we go. You're a bit late, aren't you? You! Campanella. Joshua, how cold. You have that nice, long heart-to-heart with Lube, and you don't even stop by to say hello to your old friend Campanella. I didn't think you were still on the ship. Let me guess, you knew I was coming this way. Well, I am the one the Grand Master sent to observe the plan. It's my job to notice more than the others do, after all. It's impressive, though. You've changed quite a bit in the, what, half-decade since we last met? You've become much more of a man, And you literally haven't changed at all. Even your appearance is exactly the same, as though you haven't aged a day. Well, I make sure to never skip my daily skincare, after all. I've heard you enjoy a good romp in a dress every now and then. Perhaps I could introduce you to some cosmetics. Could you be any more aggravating? You were waiting here for us because you wanted to fight, right? Just fight us already. Oh my goodness, what a strong little girl. I'd wondered what kind of girl you could pluck your heart like a grape, Joshua. She's a good match for you, huh? Wait, who plucked whose heart like... I forget myself, though. Your proper girlfriend is that bandit girl, isn't it? Oh, Joshua, you're such a stud. That's quite enough of your nonsense. I have no idea how you even know about Josette, but either way. Our abilities in combat should be about the same. I doubt Estelle will just sit idly by. Do you still intend to stop us with force? No, that wasn't my intent at all. As I said, I'm simply here to observe the plan unfold. I have no duty to impede you two directly. Wait, really? Then why bother waiting for us here? To say my farewells, of course. But, just saying goodbye isn't very exciting at all. So I thought I'd help make your escape story a bit more riveting. What? The pale Apache flying orbital puppet? The society already has working models? And so a new obstacle arises to block the reunited heroes. How will this affect their legend? Let's find out. Oh, Campanella. Oh, Cappy's definitely a card. No pun intended. Alright, we're gonna need to move Estelle out of the way of this craft. Ooh, if I attack, it might not actually get me to the other side, so let's just move. Miss me. Oh, I should have cooked up some food to get their CP up. That's okay. I think this is the last battle we're going to fight here. So no harm in using what I have. Estelle, how about a comet? Well, Heartbreak might be a little bit better. No, let's go comet. Ah, you bring in ads? What a punk. Get out of here. Oh yeah, that one explodes upon death. How annoying. As if archaisms aren't trouble enough to fight. Also, the fact that it's an Apache, called Apache when it's a helicopter, is a little on the nose. Haha, well done, well done. I expected no less at Joshua, but the Missy's really very good as well. You, enough of your stupid messing around. Now, there's no need to be so angry. Anyway, it's time for the fool whose act is done to exit stage right. What? Well then, you two. Let's meet again, soon. He's gone. That's just a little escape trick he knows. Don't worry about it. More importantly, hey, you sure they came this way? Didn't you hear the sounds, idiot? No doubt about it. Estelle, we have to hurry. Right. Perfect getaway song. Just blasts over Will. Lock the door. I'll get the ship launched immediately. Got it. Activation key recognized. Confirmation code entered. And we can go. What? I'm opening the hatch via remote control. We'll be launching immediately, so take a seat. Okay. It's them! Fire! Don't let them escape! We're falling! It's fine, we'll correct shortly. There we go. Think they can just fly away? Hell with that! Sortie the airships! We're going after them! Whoa, this is a radar, isn't it? There's 3 lights getting closer, I think. Pursuers. We'll need to evade them somehow. Joshua, you know how to fly an airship? The basics, at least. The ship doesn't have any armaments, however. This isn't the best situation for us to be in. Oh, great. Wait, why did you go for a ship with no weapons? This ship was undergoing maintenance, so the security was lighter. It was an emergency, so I didn't have the time to be picky. An emergency? You don't mean the fact that I was caught on the Glorious? Enough. We're going to be flying rough, so hang on to something. Look at those bullets not even reach the ship. Don't worry about that. Oh, that sneaky bastard going into the clouds. Ouroboros should really hire some Jaegers that know how to aim. Ah, there he is! This is bad. Those guys chasing us seem pretty good. The pilots have been put through one of the society's piloting focused enhancement programs, most likely. They won't be very good at adapting to the unusual, but for more common tasks like chasing down a ship, they're very good. I get it. They're like those guys from earlier. If they're bad at adapting though, maybe we can cause some kind of accident. Were we hit? No, wait. That wasn't our ship. It's the Bobcats. That's no way. The Bobcat. But why? Joshua! Joshua, you're on that ship, right? That voice. That voice. Yes, it's me. What are you guys doing here? I thought you'd be out of Little Pearl by now. My brothers got all worried that you might run into a problem. So we've been shadowing that flying whale for a while. Really? Who was the one begging us to follow Joshua looking all worked up and ready to faint? Kyle? Enough, you two. And besides, we have a little payback to give the society ourselves. We thought we could stick around here until we settled our other debt. I see. Thank you. You saved me. Yeah, you better be grateful. We've had an eye on you for a while and noticed you weren't firing back. There's some kind of problem? I had to take a ship with no armaments. It's proven to be a bit of an issue. I can imagine. Well, what do we do then? Right then, we'll split them in two. You could probably lose one, right? One? No problem. It's a plan then. Blessing of Adios be with you. Joshua, take care, you hear me? Looks like the plan worked. Still, is anything on the radar? Nope, all the lights are out, it looks like. Seems like we completely lost them. Good. I gotta say, I was surprised by the bandits. They're kind of okay. I never thought they'd show up out of the blue to save us like that. Maybe I've been a bit too hard on them. It's true. I just saw us as two parties bound to a contract. But I suppose relationships between people aren't that simple. What's this all of a sudden? Put two people together and maybe they'll fight. Maybe they'll be friends. All kinds of stuff can happen. That's just how people act, you know? Yeah. How people act was never very clear in the world I lived in. Oh. Kill or be killed. Take or be taken from. Until I met you, my life was an endless cycle of such simplicity. But, even you had some good times with Luve and your sister, right? Luve told you about that, did he? It's true. I have those memories, but they feel like someone else's. What? After my heart was shattered, my memories of Hamel were no longer my own. I think it's because I gave up being human and chose to become a puppet. I do clearly remember my sister's death. She and I were attacked by a man lying in wait for stragglers. The man swatted me away and forced my sister to the ground. Oh. At the time, I was too young to know what he probably meant to do. All I knew was that he was hurting my sister, and I had a bad feeling, so I grabbed onto the man's back. I ended up getting crushed and thrown off immediately. Somehow, though, I had managed to get my hands on the man's gun. Thinking about it, I wonder, did I have a talent for killing people, even then? I'd never even been taught how, but I removed the safety and pulled the trigger with no hesitation. The man fell over, spewing blood from his mouth, looking confused. At that moment, I finally realized I'd shot a man. He wasn't quite dead yet, though. He jumped up, combat knife out, screaming and gurgling incoherently with murder in his eyes. I curled up and closed my eyes, like I was being attacked by a wild animal. But there was no impact. I was braced by something soft. When I opened my eyes, there was my sister, gently smiling at me. The man had collapsed at some point, and Luve was standing there, dumbstruck with horror. My sister, cradled by Luve, gave me her harmonica, and then she closed her eyes. I remember every detail, you see, but even talking about it like this doesn't make me feel sad. It's just a slight tugging at the heart, like reading a stranger's diary. And the same is true of my time with you. No, I do think I was changed a little by touching your warmth. I learned happiness and joy with you, and finally came to think of you as someone dear. But somewhere it all felt like it was distant. I suspect that's what my real self was feeling. The empty void, the broken puppet that is Joshua Astray. This is goodbye, Estelle. Please do not chase after me anymore. I was a little happy to see you one last time, but even so, we should not be together. Being with someone like me will never be good for you. And to be frank, you will only be a burden to me. So, you're a terrible liar, you know that? What? Joshua, listen. I've seen and heard a lot since you left. And now I think I understand. I understand the reason you left. The real reason. The one you haven't even admitted to yourself. You can't bear to be with me because your heart's broken? You feel like being with me is someone else's story that you can never ever have? And come on, I'll be a bad influence on you? Or you'll hold me back? What? That's all a bunch of lies. Every single one. Especially that last one. They aren't lies. No, Joshua, really listen. I understand now. You're really, really scared. What? You think it's your fault that your sister died. And you'd never ever forgive yourself if something happened to me. That's why you ran away from me that night. Everything else was just pinned on afterwards. That's ridiculous. Weissman's conditioning left me incapable of feeling fear. He took away my ability to feel it so that I wouldn't hesitate during an operation. You're a little off target, I'm afraid. No, darn it. I'm not talking about something that's superficial. Joshua, you said you can't help but feel like your sister's death happened to someone else, right? Do you know why that is? Of course. It's because I'm a broken wreck of a human being. Nuh-uh. No, wrong-o. We aren't letting self-pity get in the way here. Joshua, you just don't want to remember how awful it was when your sister died. How you blame yourself for it. Unconsciously, you've been trying to think of it as someone else's problem, to get away from it. A lot of people do that. And on that ship, don't tell me you weren't afraid there. I mean, it was a lot of work to just sneak on board, right? But you didn't even hesitate to help me escape. It's almost as if you were trying to get me away from danger as fast as you possibly could. Danger you were afraid of. You aren't a broken wreck, Joshua. You're just scared. Mostly because you care for people so much it breaks your heart. And you're lying to yourself about it. That's how I see it. And I know I'm right. But that can't... Why? Have you forgotten, Buster? I'm a Burrow's #1 Joshua watcher. Now that I know all about your past too, I'm the biggest authority on Joshua Stray in the world. I know more than Weissman or Louvet even. Joshua scared and Joshua brave. Joshua lying and Joshua honest. My beloved Joshua. I finally found you, Joshua. I finally reached you. Stop. But I need to say this. I don't want to just be one more person you feel like you have to protect. As long as I'm a bracer, I can't stay away from danger. That's not going to change even if you leave again, Joshua. It's what I have to do to be who I am. And so, Joshua, let's make a promise. A promise? Let's go forward together from now on and protect each other, equally. I'm strong enough to be able to cover your back now, Joshua. And if you're at my side, there's nothing I can't beat. No matter what kind of crazy nonsense the society throws at me, I won't die. So you don't need to be afraid for me anymore. I promise. Still, Why? How? I haven't been able to cry since Karen died. I could never even shed tears as an act. But now... It's okay. No one's looking. Cry as long as you want. And I'll just hold you like this. That was, a little embarrassing. No kidding. Oh, right. Here, let me return this. Oh. Seriously, Joshua, this is your only memento of Karin, right? You shouldn't just fob this off on others without thinking, buddy. Yeah. It was a bit thoughtless of me, wasn't it? I was kind of wondering, what kind of person was she? What kind of person? She was friendly to everyone she met, kind of almost to a fault. And she had dignity born of humility. She and Louvet, the Louvet of back then, were perfect together. I was always a little jealous of them as a child. Friendly, kind, and dignified. So she was kind of like Chloe then? It's a good comparison, thinking about it. Karin didn't look like Chloe. She had my eyes and hair, but they were similar in spirit. Estelle? Oh, nothing. Oh, speaking of Chloe, you realize you worried her and everyone else sick too and not just me, right? You have some serious groveling to do when we get back. Estelle, I do. If you say something like, oh, I don't have the right to go back, I'm just gonna drag you back by your hair, okay? Sure, you were Weissman's spy, but you didn't even know it, right? Even helping the bandits get their ship back was done to try and stop the society, right? If you tell Dad about the society's plans, that'll make it even. That's what they call a plea bargain, right? That's not quite how a plea bargain works. Besides, even if you want to stop the society, you can't get back on that ship, can you? In that case, your only option is to work with us, Buster. And if you hadn't been abducted, I could have destroyed the Glories as I originally planned. Yeah, sorry. Wait, hold on. How can you say destroy the Glorious so easily? I know it's the society we're talking about, but you were really going to kill them all? It will take nothing less to stop Weissman and Louvet. And even then, there's a decent chance that they'd survive the destruction of the Glorious. For the love of... No, actually, I think it's for the best I got caught. You were going to do something completely crazy, Joshua. You're all, Estelle's being all cute and naive again, aren't you? No, not at all. It's just that you've matured a lot as a person while we've been apart. But ultimately, you're still Estelle. That makes me happier than I thought possible. Oh, come on, Estelle. Why the heck does Joshua's smile still make my heart race? It's because it's been a while, isn't it? It still gets me, right there. Estelle? Hey, you got along pretty well with that tomboy, right? Tomboy? Oh, you mean Josette? Well, at first we had our differences. Even so, we came to understand each other pretty well by the end, I'd say. Understand each... Did you kiss her? What? Question, answer, give. Right. Of course I didn't. Our relationship wasn't like that. Oh, good. Well, then... Can I request a do-over of that night? A do-over? Oh. The first kiss is really important to a girl, you know? And it was all your fault that mine got wasted. So you've got to take responsibility, mister. Estelle. Estelle. I suppose I do. Hey, Joshua! The tomboy! What? Ah, heck, you gotta wait too, huh? I was hoping you'd stay caught. Gee, maybe I should have thrown you at them as a distraction. But I don't think they'd like grimy tomboys. Come on, Josette, don't start a fight. You won't object to a brief truce, I hope, Miss Bracer. Yeah, well, you guys did save us back there, after all. So, thank you, really. We wouldn't have made it without you. There's no need to thank us. I don't remember saving you. So just keep your thanks to yourself, okay? Okay, one of you is getting dragged off to prison after all, it looks like. That aside, Astray, what are your plans now? Huh? We came to ask you if you wanted to come with us, but I'm thinking it looks like we don't even need to ask, huh? Yes, forgive me. I'm not really certain how things will go from here. Right now, though, I will be traveling with Estelle. Joshua! I see. Oh, whatever. At least there's still a chance. What? Joshua, remember, you get tired of Miss Airhead over there, just come back on to us. You'll always have a place on the Bobcat, okay? Walk over here and call me an Airhead one more time, you greasy tomboy. Thank you, Josette. Don, Kyle, I owe all of you so much. That's our line. Good luck and stay safe. Hopefully we'll meet again someday. Estelle. What is it? You do understand that the enemies we've made are overwhelmingly powerful. You were captured primarily as bait to lure me out, I suspect. That way, the Glorious wouldn't be destroyed in Weissman's absence. Oh! And to be honest, Louvet probably could have saved the ship after kicking our bodies into the sea. I'm fairly sure the reason he didn't was out of pity. Pity at how weak I was, I mean. All the enforcers are the same. In terms of pure power, they are all masters, far stronger than me, even Ren. We have picked what will probably be the hardest fight of our lives. Yeah. But I do promise. I promise I won't ever run from reality again. I will walk with you until the very end. Joshua, I promise too, to the very end. Hoo boy. I've been kind of dreading that scene. Oh, that was like the hardest thing in the world. Oh, we still have tons of time left over, so I gotta keep going. Whew. Meanwhile, what the enforcers are up to. This is Blue Blanc. The device is in place. I await the beginning of the ceremony. This is Direwolf. All done here. Hurry up and get this started. This is Bewitching Bell. The beta is in place. Ren here. I'm ready, so we can start whenever. So they placed all those beta gospels onto the pedestals. The moment is upon us. Let us begin stage 3 of the plan. Ariel, sealed in the darkness where Septium's light does not reach. May you gaze upon our poor material world through your gospel. Gaze upon these 4 pillars. They are the final shackles that bind you. Simple they may appear to be, but know that their purpose was long shrouded by the decree of man. With hands which bend the will of all, reveal their true form. Lets you get a good look at that background JPEG, doesn't it? Ladies, gentlemen, our blessed celebration is ready. Now go, enjoy it to your fullest. Excellent. We, the enforcers of Ouroboros, by order of an Anguis, we shall now liberate you of your shackles. Chapter 7. The Tetrasilic Towers. And that is the situation as it stands, and all the information I gathered while aboard the Glorious. This is like looking into the maw of madness. To think a monster of a ship like that has intruded into Liberl. What could they possibly plan to do with something so powerful? Unfortunately, I did not manage to learn all the details of the gospel plan. I do know that they've already begun the next phase of it, though. They said the third stage of the plan was getting ready to start, but that's about it. The situation is grim. General Morgan has the army begun to plan a response. These two, as might be expected, contacted Cassius last night before coming to us. At his suggestion, I put the entire army on a state of high alert. We have the entire aerial fleet in the air patrolling the width and breadth of the kingdom now, Your Majesty. I see. Very good. Estelle, Joshua, thank you very much for your hard work. No, it's nothing. We did the right thing, you know. To be honest, I should have approached you much earlier. I apologize for my earlier behavior, especially the theft of the airship. Wait, Joshua! It's alright, Estelle. I prepared for whatever punishment they deem fit. Your Majesty, what shall we do with him? Yes, I believe we will have to bend the letter of the law to match its spirit in this case. In light of all the information on the society you have brought us, Joshua Stray, I am willing to pardon you for your past deeds. Really? But Your Majesty... It is all right, Joshua. To be honest, an orphan of Hamel deserves a far greater recompense than a queen's simple discretion. Oh. As I imagined, you do know that I knew of the massacre and have remained quiet about it until now. What? What do you mean? The 100 Days' War began with a furious declaration of war from Erebonia to Liberl. It was given on the basis that the butchery at Hamel was conducted by Liberl's armed forces. However, as a condition of the treaty that ended the war, the Empire retracted the accusation, on the grounds that neither side would ever, under any circumstances, speak of Hamel again. Just like Louvet said. Once I considered the circumstances, I could, if vaguely, see what had happened in the Empire. However, even though Cassius' counterattack plan had gained us significant victories, Erebonia had not committed the bulk of its military to the invasion of Liberl. If they returned with the greater part of their army... After realizing that, I agreed to their conditions. Oh. I chose to prioritize my nation's safety over the pursuit of the truth. I destroyed any hope the victims who were lost in the shadows had for justice. Those words that Lieutenant Lawrence, that Leonhardt said to me, "You are hardly qualified to feel pity for me." He was absolutely correct. Your Majesty, please, do not blame yourself. You had no connection to the massacre, and the safety of your entire nation was at risk. As a ruler, you made the right decision. Joshua, this land of Liberl is my home. It is the place that mended my broken heart. I don't hate you for choosing to protect it, Your Majesty. I thank you for it. Joshua, yeah, Thank you, Joshua. To hear you say that feels as though a burden was lifted from my shoulders. Estelle, Joshua! Everyone. Estelle, I'm so glad you're safe. And Joshua, you're both back! You're both back! Chloe, Tita. Hi guys, sorry to make you worry. Really, you two. The way you behave can drive a woman to drink, you know. Still though, good to see you brought back our little runaway after all. Shara, Agate. Glad to see you two are back. I'm certain this too must be the divine guidance of Adios. Sorry for all the fuss. You dang well better be. Oh, Kevin. I gotta tell you, Estelle, when you got snatched up, I just about flipped out in every direction I could. Seriously, don't make me worry like that next time, okay? Yeah, sorry about that. So then, this must be... Yes, I'm Joshua Stray. A pleasure to meet you, Father Graham. Even more handsome than I'd expected. And wait, you know me? I heard about you once or twice while keeping an ear open for what Estelle was doing. I heard how you helped Estelle when she was in need several times. Thank you. I'm grateful for your help. It wasn't a big deal. So if you two have made up, I won't say anything. Except... Just don't leave your girlfriend in the lurch like that again, okay? Otherwise, some of us will take that as a cue she's single again. I will, keep that in mind. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Nothing. Just a guy thing. Yes, it's nothing. If it's something dirty, I can show you the girl thing we do with a stick in response. Pardon me, Your Majesty. Dad! Cassius. General Bright, thank you for coming. Have you gotten the orders out to all forces? Yes, I flew out here as soon as I was finished. I thought it was about time to come and do my duty as a father. What? We spoke on the phone yesterday. This is the first time we've met face to face in a while. Yes, it is. I'm sorry I made you worry. I knew the oath you made. I'm nearly as much to blame as you are. You needn't apologize, but I must do my duty. Oh. Whoa, wait, Dad! It's alright, Estelle. That's what you're supposed to do to a runaway son, right? Exactly. It looks like you understand now. Just how badly everyone was worried about you, Yes. Just the sort of thing someone like me wouldn't realize, is it? Yes, it's a hard thing to truly grasp. No man stands alone, even if he tries his hardest to. He is affected by those around him. And conversely, he affects those around him simply through the act of living. Even without meaning to, we form relationships, and in time, those relationships become bonds. Bonds. And a bond, once formed, never breaks. No matter how far we travel, no matter what path we follow, they remain in some form. Do you understand just how strong such bonds can be now? Yes. Honestly, I'd underestimated them. I didn't understand how powerful they could be at all. Joshua. If you've learned that, then I think your little walking tour was worth it. Joshua, you damn fool of a son of mine. Welcome home. Cassius. Dad. I might say half the foolishness comes from the parent myself. It's a lovely moment, Morgan. Come now. Pardon me. Captain Shores, what is it? Your Majesty, sirs, there are massive groups of unidentified creatures near all 5 major cities. From the reports, we suspect they may be archaisms, but we're not sure. What? They've started moving. Also, we received report of herds of armored beasts and soldiers wearing red from every region. Local guard forces are engaged in fighting them back. As I feared. I should return to Hawkingate immediately. Also, Schwartz, there can't possibly be more. There is. We lack details, but there is some kind of abnormality is the only way to put it, at the towers. The top of each tower has been engulfed in darkness. It's bizarre. What in the... I hate it when my bad feelings turn out to be right. Furthermore, a guard ship on patrol attempted to approach one, but it began suffering catastrophic system failure as it approached and only barely managed to pull back. Orbital suspension. What about ground-based scouts? I've only dispatched them. No word back yet. Excuse me, Captain Schwartz, I have a report. The scouting units deployed to the towers have all been destroyed. It sounds impossible, but every squad was scattered by just one person. The reports are consistent. What? That can only be... Yes, only an enforcer could do that. Dad, the normal army troops have no hopes of defeating them. Let me go. Excuse me, Joshua, but why are you trying to go out on your own? Did you already forget the promise we made? But, Estelle, the society's on the move. As a bracer of liberal, I can't just sit back and ignore them. I'm going after them too, either way. Estelle. It isn't just Estelle either. I'm coming as well. I have my own personal reasons for wanting to confront one of them after all. As do I. Shara, Zin. Point is, you ain't the only ones tied up in this. No running off without us, got it? That's right, Joshua. This is just the kind of time we all need to work together. Agate, Tita, thank you. I appreciate it. Looks like you've decided. Then allow me to make a formal request of the Bracer Guild on behalf of the Royal Army. I want you to investigate and resolve the situations at each of the Tetrasilk Towers. Bring the phenomena to a halt, and, if possible, apprehend those responsible. Yeah, got it. The Guild accepts your mission, General Bright. Grandmother, will you lend us the Arcel? Huh? Your Highness. Certainly. This is a situation which demands haste. I was considering offering the Arcel regardless, but if you are asking yourself, does that mean you are ready? No, not yet. When I return the ship, however, then I will have an answer for you. Very well. The Burl's wings of hope are yours to use as you see fit. Thank you very much. Julia, prepare the Arcel for launch, please. We must head to the towers immediately. By your command, milady. And so the Burl fell into chaos not seen since the 100 Days' War. Cassius and Morgan returned to Lyson Fortress and the Hawken Gate respectively to take command of the Royal Army. Meanwhile, Estelle and her friends headed for the towers, which dotted the landscape using the Arcel. So we are up to... Oh, I missed a point somewhere! God damn it! I should be at 282! I didn't expect you to have to go back to Erebonia, Olivier. It is a bit out of the blue. No, to be honest, I was due back some time ago. However, you, Estelle, so monopolized my time. I delayed my return for a while. I see. Sorry, I guess it's my fault. Not at all. Don't you worry your precious head over it. In return for my accompanying you hither and yon, I was able to reunite with my dear sweet Joshua after all. You're the same as always, Olivier. Say, Olivier, what is it? You... No, never mind. Thank you for taking the time to help Estelle on her journeys. I merely followed my whims. You need not be so guarded. Though if you insist on a passionate farewell kiss, well... Yeah, no, that's enough, thanks. Can't say goodbye seriously, at least once. I thought you would have learned by now that I am always serious. Estelle, Joshua, Shara, everyone. You have great trials ahead of you, so be careful. Know that Olivier Lindheim shall pray for your success from the skies of Erebonia. Thanks, Olivier. You take care too. Stay safe, Olivier. If we should get the chance, we should go drinking again. Next time we meet, try ditching the love-struck idiot act, alright? Yeah, goodbye, Olivier. Didn't know you long, but it was good times. See ya. Farewell, Olivier. Thank you for your help. Hey, Grandpa? Hello again, friends. Tita, have you been a good girl? Yep. Back up a sec, Gramps. Why are you here? Well, as you may have noticed, a fair bit's going on. They brought me on board a few days ago. Far more importantly, Estelle, Joshua. It does an old man's heart to see you two back safe. Well, yeah, we managed it somehow. I'm sincerely sorry to have worried you, Professor. No, my boy. If you're back safe, that's all that matters. So, the business at hand is the Tetracelic Towers and the strangers atop them. Looks like I'll have to throw this old back into another mystery. Thanks, Professor. I was wondering too, do you have any suggestions for which tower we should start with? That's a good question. The closest towers are the Amberl and Carnelia towers, but really, they're all the same now. With the Arcel's speed, the distance doesn't really matter. My advice would be to prioritize targets where we have solid information on our enemies. Information? Like what? We received an update from the scout unit dispatched to Ismail's tower. A masked man in formal white clothing appeared there. That must be that Phantom Thief guy. But what we heard back in the castle, to be defeated by one man. Seems he has the skill to back up all that bragging he did. Blue Blanc, the Phantom Thief. His specialty as an enforcer is in trickery, false image copies, shadow pinning, that sort of thing. Fighting him is going to be like fighting a riddle. That sounds ducky. Still, just knowing who the enemy is will make it easier than any other tower. Okay, let's head to Ismail's tower first. As you wish. Engines, full ahead. Set course for Ismail's tower in the Rolent region. Oh no, we're leaving without Olivier! My sweet Ollie. And so ends the moratorium I placed upon myself. No, I may have yet had one chance left, perhaps. Wait! Ah, you two. Ah, they're gone! Didn't make it in time, huh? What ho, good reporters? Were you hoping to get on board as you did during the Dragon case? Yeah, we heard Joshua was back. And whatever, Dorothy, hurry up and grab a shot of the Arcel. If you use the long-distance lens, we should be able to get a usable shot. Aye aye, sir. You've said your goodbyes? Such as they were to make, yes. How have your preparations come along? I managed to arrange everything with my uncle. As for Chancellor Osborne, he actually found the idea to be perfectly timed. He does seem like the kind of man who would be well liked by the Liberlians. This will be a grand processional. You have the nastiest hobbies. I can already see their shock and expressions in my mind. But that is a large part of the goal, my friend. And so, when next we meet, we shall be foes. Do not lose to the likes of the Society, my erstwhile Liberlian allies. We've arrived at Ismail's tower. Whoa, that was seriously fast. That wasn't even 30 minutes, was it? That's about right, yeah. You were about 3 times as fast as a big passenger ship. The engine, right. What's happening on top of the tower? Let me put it on the display. What in the heck? Looks a bit like the black wave the Gospels emit, but static. Yes, but unlike the waves, it's confined to the top of the tower. I wouldn't recommend we get close. Julia, how will we get to the surface? Unfortunately, the terrain is too rough to land the Arcel. We should be able to get close enough to lower the lift while hovering. Use that. The lift? The cargo bay elevator. It's normally used to load items onto the ship. Ah, okay. Now we just need to decide who should investigate the tower, and who should stay in reserve. Please form your party. You may choose 2 other members aside from the mandatory members. Well, given that we know we're going to be running into Blue Block upstairs, we should probably bring Chloe. Obviously, I'd want to bring Olivier if we could, but we can't. Olivier's off being suspicious. So, I don't know. At this point, it doesn't matter too much.
Ready?
So let's just pick Shara. Right then, I'll be busy in the lab downstairs. If you kids need your orbits tuned or you need new quartz, come on by. You bet. Right, remember you ought. We still don't know what the enemy's goal is. Have a care as you rush into danger like palms. You hear? Okay, once we're ready, let's get to the surface. Yeah, the lift is in the cargo bay. I've actually already rethought the party I want to bring with me. So you can, yeah, you can still change things around. I don't need Agate specifically, but I can use him. Let's bring Kevin instead. Because let's look at our party members one more time. Obviously, we're going to want to bring Chloe to this fight. Shara's going to want to be at the Luciola fight. Zen will want to be at the Walter fight. And Tita is probably at least a good idea for the Ren fight. So like Agate and Kevin kind of have like a don't necessarily fit anywhere special. So I might as well get some time in with Kevin. Plus this will give me a chance to build up Kevin's orbit. So let me create a save file here. So we ran into a bit of a problem. Wait, oh wait, maybe I do have the maximum score. Let's see here, I'm at 281. Oh, that is the maximum. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was 282. Phew, that's a load off my mind because I was thinking, how could there possibly be bonus bracer points in that tiny little window that is Chapter 6? It's not very long. It's not like there are quests to do. Alright, so downstairs we can, is eventually where we're going to get off. But I think now, let me talk to this guy. Oh wait, Antoine's here, the cat. Ew. Antoine? Did someone from the central factory bring her aboard? Antoine's a female? I don't remember that. I thought Antoine was male. Why is it that we always meet you when our lives are on the line, Antoine? Well, it's always good to see my favorite kitty. Okay, so now this guy, he sells weapons, and as well as armor and accessories for you. In addition to that, though, he acts as a orbital factory. So everyone's stuff should be good. There's still that weird bug, though. No, I guess they fixed it. No, it's still a bug, right? This is what I discovered way early off in the game. It's been a while. But that it says that the slots are upgradable even though they're not. Yeah, that's super unintentional. Talk. If you need to tune your orbit or fabricate quartz, come see me. I've also got weapons and armor, so I should have most everything you need. Okay, let's go next door. I think it's next door anyway. No, my bad. It's a floor up. There's the little restaurant area. So I think the guy that works the counter here, he sells stuff. He sells the Liberal News. He also sells consumables, and you can buy ingredients as well. So let's read what's going on in Liberal. Don't know how they get stocked with this, but whatever. Don't think about it too much. Special, the Royal Army Reborn. Reformation and Change. The Royal Army, the same organization that in the past refused any cooperation with the Bracer Guild, is now engaging in joint tasks such as the recent Dragon operation. It's clear from these recent efforts that fundamental change is happening, and Cassius Bride is serving as the central role and driving force behind the change. Starting point for organizational reform. In reforming the army, it's said that General Cassius has had one ideal in mind from the start. That ideal is the independent mobile force he commanded during the 100 Days War. As indicated by the emphasis on independent, this unit was small in scale yet organized in a way that it could execute operations entirely on its own. Using the newly developed airships, these kinds of units were able to drive chaos into the Imperial lines by swinging behind them and dividing their troops. This maneuver is credited with turning around the war. It was made possible by the small-scale units and rigid cooperation between all branches of Liberal's forces. It's not hard to imagine that, in General Cash's thoughts, these lessons weigh heavily. Permeating doctrine. The General's ideas are permeating through all branches of the Royal Army. The Dragon operation serves as a good example. The Border Patrol, the Air Force, regardless of each unit having their own chain of command, they were able to adapt to changes in the situation. On top of that, even after the operation failed, it's important to note that the commander present was able to request cooperation from the bracers, a move previously unheard of. Breaking news: Crimson soldiers reported. From all across Liberal, eyewitness reports of unknown soldiers wearing bright red armor are pouring in. Witnesses have taken to calling them Crimson soldiers. Some unconfirmed reports suggest they are using airships as well. The Royal Army is upping security, but recommends not being distracted by the rumors. Breaking news: Royal Army raises alert status. In response to reports of unidentified armed groups, Army headquarters has decided to raise the alert status. Distant military posts are reported to be shutting down passage on the roads in preparation for combat. Army HQ is observing the situation carefully, but also deploying troops from licensed fortress to all major cities. Information is difficult to confirm at this stage, but we urge our readers to remain calm and act responsibly. Not a whole lot in there, just a lot of military stuff. Alright, so how do we actually get out of here? I think I have to go down to the very, very bottom. Whoops. And go through here, I imagined. What's up, Faye? Hey, there you are. Hey, it's Faye. What are you doing aboard the Arcel? Old man Russell brought me along. He was worried about not having an engineering team along, so... Oh, okay. Right now, he doesn't need me for much, but... So I'm helping out where I can. So you guys want to use the lift then? Right then. Okay, just jump on the plate there. Okay. And down you go. It should be pretty stable, but try to avoid the edges. What? That's pretty rad. Right, time to take care of things. We should get to the top of the tower pronto. Yes, something seems wrong, however. Does it? It's you guys. Oh, it's the army. Are you the bracers we were told about? Yeah, that's right. You're part of the scouting force? Yeah. I stayed behind to report the status of the tower to you guys. So apparently some schmo in a mask roughed you guys up? Yeah, but that's not all. How the hell do I, It's the tower. It's off. It's off? How? I can't... You'll get it when you see it. Come here, check out the entrance. What the... That's... what? Some sort of field? A barrier? Or... It was like this when we arrived. When we tried to investigate, that guy in the mask showed up. Is the barrier blocking entry? The guy in the mask went in, so it's probably okay. I thought about giving chase, but my entire team's out of action. Man. Okay, leave this to us and get back to your squad. Understood. May Adios guide your steps. Alright, let's peek our heads into here. Just look at the character models freak out the second they walk in. Yeah. What in the... This is... SMS Altered Space. Wait a second. We went into the tower, didn't we? Spatial translocation. Looks like we got sent somewhere else. Oh, come on. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, doesn't that mean there's no way to climb the tower? Calm down, Estelle. If Blue Blanc came in here, there must be some way. You're right. Okay, let's go. Carefully. Ah, we're about, what, 75% of our way through the second game in this series? And we're finally playing an actual Trails dungeon. I say that because, boy, are there a lot of these kinds of dungeons in the series. This is what I think of when I think of like a Trails dungeon. This is Falcom out the wazoo right now. So when we pick up next time, we gotta make our way through this thing, which shouldn't take too long because I'm not gonna fight enemies, and I will barely open any chests, so we'll rush to the end and go put the beat down on Blue Blanc. Yo, we're finally doing it. We are about to, for the very first time, fight an enforcer of Ouroboros. No more tricks, no more throwing monsters or archaisms at us. We're gonna fight enforcers from now on, for real. And when you head into the fangs of the society, it's a different type of boss fight. It's a different kind of feel when you're actually fighting the enforcers themselves. And I've been looking forward to it all game. So, see you guys in the next one.